morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Market has rebounded. For how long, who knows, but we're in the 90s. Last night was actually a pretty important milestone. Um, it was either going to go down or up. And it's if you're watching, it's really exactly in line with um, the support. I don't know. It's so strange how this stuff works. I just don't understand. It's almost like there's a bot because it follows this. Anytime this is up, the market follows it. And anytime it's down, the market follows it. I've been watching it to a T. It's just absolutely crazy. So I'm thinking, man, I have all this tether. What am I going to do? Um, and then I was realizing, I was like, tether's not worthless. It's like, why am I? So my original plan was I sold at 25, bought back around 18 to 2 during the crash, and I sold around 23.5. Ouch, right? Well, I was taking a gamble that I was going to go back down. But then I was all like, well, I'm going to buy all the Bitcoin back up regardless of the price come August 1st. And I was thinking, why am I going to do that? Because I can buy Ethereum, I can buy Litecoin with the Tether. Also, it might be a good idea to get more Ethereum right now, which, yeah, I'm buying Ethereum at a higher price than it is, but at least I'm not taking like a known loss. Not really a loss, but like, because I would be breaking even over the Bitcoin Tether thing. I could just buy Ethereum and then use that to trade come the time when the wallets close for Bitcoin. Before I get into anything though, I want to put out a red flag about ALW, Allowance Network. So Joe said he had a family emergency, and that was over 5 days ago, and I haven't talked to him since. And he told me that he wanted to do an interview and all of this. I took a smaller swing on ALW, as I mentioned, and with my small swings, I don't do as much due diligence. Like, I took a big swing on my bit, but you saw all the effort I got to go through. I actually got them on the channel. They have escrow. My bit was way more legit anyway. The point is, I haven't been able to fucking talk to Joe, and I've been sending him messages. So for the time being, because I told him this was the date. I was like, look, man, I know you got maybe something going on, but if I don't hear back from you by this date, I'm going to have to put a warning video out there and take my AL video down. And so I haven't heard from him. So basically, I'm just in kind of red flag mode. What's fucking weird was I was like, hey, man, I'll fund because this was when it wasn't popular. It wasn't raising that much. And I was like, look, I'll fund the project. I really like the idea. It's unique. I really like the fucking idea. Just give me a deal on a bulk discount of coins and I'll buy up whatever the fuck you need. And I was talking 6 figures. Like, I was going to fucking really fund the project and run AL because I like it. And he was like, thinking about it. And, he was thinking about, well, I have to talk to my partner about the discount, yada, yada, yada. And I haven't heard back. That was the last time I heard from him. Like, he had a family emergency and then I have not heard back from him in over 5 days now. And yeah, I could be overreacting and everything could be fine, right? But I overreact. That's just who I am. I don't think this is an overreaction. I think I set a date and I haven't heard back from him. So, even if it's an emergency, like, you can at least shoot a text or something. But after almost a week. But basically, don't worry. Like, I'm not. First of all, let me start off with the short saying, yeah, I'm gonna compensate everybody, and if it turns out to be so. And now let me get to the real point. First of all, I'm not a bailout. Second of all, I'm not going to be doing this in the future, probably. The only reason I'm doing this right now is just because I would feel bad and. I don't know. I just feel like doing it. In the future, I might not feel like doing it. In a way, a part of me is like, well, fuck that, because, and it's the truth. Like, if I invest in something and it goes sour, I'm just doing me. I'm not fucking getting paid. No one's paying me to give anyone fucking advice. So if something does go sour, that's just a risk fucking we take playing cryptos. But with that said, yeah, it just comes down to me feeling bad. So I mean, and actually, if fucking Joe doesn't come back around, I'm gonna fucking steal ALW. It's got the white paper up. I'm just gonna fucking take the idea and fund it and run with it and yeah. So there's always that, but that I'm definitely gonna do that if that's what it turns out to be. It's a brilliant idea. Absolutely love the idea. Um, I would have paid more than the fucking ICO raised. So, but basically, I have a home run swing coming out. I have a big swing I'm about to take. The one I've been talking about this whole time, my bit was a big swing. This one's going to be a big swing. Keep in mind, I was taking a small swing on ALW. I'm taking a big swing on this next one. So whoever invested through my link on the ALW, you can either A, get your ether back, or you can B, get locked into this new deal coming in a month, the home run I'm about to take, and you'll get what your equivalent in ether, or you will get a bonus. Or no, you'll get your equivalent in ether, but you'll also get a 100% bonus for your troubles. That bonus is going to be, you can't get that any other way. The only way you could have got it is if you invested in ALW. So it's actually a fucking good thing that you invested in ALW. Just because you're going to get more value. So you can either get your money back or you can fucking get tremendous value in the upcoming ICO. So yeah, that's what it is. I'm not even going to apologize. Like, this is just pure me making a name for myself, and I'm gonna be fucking damned if some little bitch ass dude named Joe is gonna fuck me over. And I sincerely apologize if Joe's in a hospital right now, has a coma, or it's something terrible happened to his family members and he can't come back. I'll get on and I'll fucking say a big apology, and I'll say I was a fucking ass. I shouldn't have done that. But it does piss me off. I know how these things work. It's not my first fucking rodeo. I've been with my style of investing. You better fucking believe I've been up this fucking alley before, and I've fucking done crazy shit to go get my fucking money back. Obviously not doing that here. Small fries. It's fucking stupid. He'd have made 100 times more money having me teamed up with him. So we'll see what happens. The point is, I just want to get that out of there. I took the link down for now. If he comes back and everything's all good, then hey, we're back on the rodeo, and I'll fly to meet him in person and sign over a check. I'm not signing checks, but I'll send him over whatever the fuck he needs to get this project off the ground. Moving on, I really am just going to hold the tether that I have for probably either Ethereum or Litecoin to trade during these times. Unless, of course, Bitcoin goes down. Bitcoin could always go down. That happens, then I'm ready. But I'm not going to crackhead out and just buy it at whatever the price before August, because I still have plenty of Bitcoin. So it's not a big fucking deal. I just have more Tether than I've never really messed with Tether, actually. But, I have a lot of it now. And, hey, I guess it's just being diversified even more, right? It's like I'm super prepared now. I'm prepared for all fronts. So that's the way I'm going to approach it, so I feel a little bit better. So it's not like I wake up and Bitcoin's 26 and I'm like, oh, I feel sick, because if it goes up to 28, that means I'm going to be paying 500 extra per Bitcoin. And that would be, of course, the sirens are coming in, and that would be very, very painful. So, man, I just have so many great ideas. Like, fucking, the MyBit deal was so amazing. They get the 25% off, and for those who are able to purchase 100 Ether or more, get the 20% bonus. I mean, you can't beat that. 25% off plus a 20% bonus. That's such a good deal on a product that is so undervalued. It's amazing what that's going to do. It's kind of in the exact same way as Vertasium was super undervalued, because no one knew what the fuck Vertasium was when it was in the ICO. It was very low key. No one knew a lot about it, and It was semi-true with the Populous, although Populous got a little bit more recognition. But yeah, not a lot of people had heard of Vertasium until it started popping up, and then people were like, "Ooh, what's Vertasium?" So that's what's gonna happen with my bit. My bit's gonna be an absolutely fucking slam dunk. If you haven't watched the interview with the CEO, then you gotta check that out tomorrow or tomorrow. You gotta check that out from yesterday. Yeah, it was absolutely amazing stuff. Also, basically, I am. It's kind of just a weird thing right now. Like I'm kind of just chilling, working on projects. I'm always looking at good coins, but honestly, and I don't want to give too much away. I don't want to give too much away, but I just want what's coming up is the biggest home run since No Limit Coin. It's that amazing what's gonna happen. I've never been so excited about a project in my life, and I'm taking the biggest swing I've ever taken on anything on this project. My bit's a big swing. All the upcoming things are big swings, but man, what's about to happen? And there's so many big swings in between. It's like, I don't know. Maybe I'm only going to take as big swings from now on. Maybe I'm not even going to do small swings. I'm not even going to film. I'm not going to talk about my small swings really anymore. The reason I'm not going to talk about my small swings anymore, or if I do, I'm going to be like basically saying like, this is a scam. Don't invest in it. Because man, I don't care if I get screwed over. I really don't. It happens all the time. You know, so put it this way, for every 10 small ICOs I invest in, like Allowance Network, that don't have much history, you don't know much about it, because they're not all scams. I know that for a fact because I've made lots of money doing that. And you only need 1 or 2 of them to hit. That's the numbers game I'm playing. If I'm taking a big swing, of course, I'm going to get on the fucking call phone. I'm going to fucking find out, make sure it's legit, escrow, do hours and hours and hours of research to make sure it's legit. Because I'm not going to fucking strike. I'm not going to strike out on a big swing. That just absolutely positively can't happen. Big swings would hurt to lose, and I don't want something to hurt. Small swings don't, but guess what? They have great potential. That's why I can invest a little bit and make a lot out of it. Like if Allowance Network, if Joe comes back and I invest into it, and man, that fucking bird, it's like looking at me out the window just chirping at me. That's kind of, man, that bird reminds me of a lot of humans. I put a little bread out there. And now this fucking bird's literally so audacious. It's standing on my balcony, looking into my window, just chirping nonstop because it wants bread. And if I went out there and put bread, it'd shut up and eat it until it ran out, and it'd just do that again. And I was like, that's how some humans are. You give them a little bit of bread, and then for free they want more, and they're just sitting on that ledge just yelling at you like, I want bread. And the only way to get them to shut up is to like fucking push them off the ledge or give them some bread. It's fucking nuts. Yeah, that's what I just thought just then. But anyway, with the small ICOs, I can't spend 3 or 4 hours on those ICOs, or else it wouldn't be worth my time. Like when they say time is money, it's fucking true. Time is a lot of fucking money. So I don't have time to be doing that shit. My time's better spent not doing anything, which is a big part of my game plan. I don't do a lot. Like I watch a lot of shows now. I relax a lot. People underestimate that. When you're down and you're low on money, you always think you have to fight your way out, and you waste all this energy on useless shit, when really you need to be focusing your energy and making what you do matter. Taking home run hits every time you come up to bat to work. Get a lot of things done in when I get into work and I put in 2 or 3 hours, 4 hours in a row, man, I get so much fucking work done. I probably get a month's work done that a normal person does in that 4 hours, because they don't understand how valuable each minute really is. And so I can't be when I'm investing a small amount, I'm not looking to do that kind of research. So I'm going to get screwed over a lot. And I already know if I put a small ICO out there, people are going to I can say, hey, I'm taking a very tiny swing on this, and someone's going to take a fucking big swing on it because I'm investing in it. And a lot of it's a gamble. These small ones are gambles. My big swings aren't gambles. They're not gambles. Not to me. They're 100%. My big swings are 100%. I just, I know enough about the CEOs to feel comfortable if anything was to go sour that I would be able to, it's just not possible. It's just not possible. I don't take big swings on scams. I never have, never will. But, so yeah, as you notice, like I invested in Pillar, and Pillar is not even a scam. But I'm not saying Pillar is even any remotely of a scam, but it was a smaller swing, and it was one I didn't have to do a lot of research on. So, I invested in a dime. I actually ended up getting into that in crypt. I invested in everything. If there's an ICO, it's better to name what ICOs I did not invest in. I did not invest in. What didn't I invest in? That's funny. I can't even think of. I know there's some I did not invest in. This is where I found Allowance Network. Look at this shit. This is where I found it. Right there. Allowance Network. And I was like, decentralized allowance. I was like, fucking bet. Went to the website, checked it all out, checked out the guy, got his email, emailed back and forth, got into the Slack, started talking to him, yada, yada, yada. And then I invested. But then that was in a time where I was documenting my life, and I understand, like, it's sad. It really is sad because I want to be able to document my life, but it's no fun if no one else can kind of watch it too, like my friends and family and, even, you guys. But I also understand people are just crazy, man. People are just fucking nuts. And I realize that there's a lot of people who invest in things that don't have a lot of money. So when they lose that money, it fucking is devastating to them. It's more of me doing charity. I'm just being fucking real. It's fucking charity what I'm doing, giving it back. I mean, I'm just being fucking real. There's no other reason for me. It's not out of honor. There's no honor. It's not honorable giving it back. It's actually almost dishonorable because I don't want people to think they have a get out of jail free pass. They can just invest in wherever the fuck they want, and then they're going to get their money back if it goes sour. But if it's okay, then I'll get all the money. But so that's not how it works. I'm just doing this out of my heart. If you read the emails I get, it'd make you almost cry. If you have a soul, I wake up and I read emails. That's a good part of my day. I spend about 2 hours now. It used to be 10, 20, 30 minutes. And it's 2 hours now, and I don't even get through them all. But I do read all of the emails I get. And I do read all of the messages and all of that shit. And that's the first thing I do. I go on my walk and I come back and I do that. And I swear, man, some of these emails will make you want to fucking curl up in a ball because you know that it's from a place where it's like, man, these people, it's fucking tough, man. They don't even have a chance. Like, fuck not being a grinder and all that. Like, these people have all that, but they just don't have a chance. Like, some people just don't have a fucking chance. And when you realize that, and you realize how lucky you are to actually have a chance, like me to be able to do what I'm doing. Yeah, people look up to me like, oh my God. You know how many motherfuckers that are way better than me that fucking don't got a chance? They just don't have a chance, and they could fucking run laps around me. They could work twice as long as me. They're fucking robots. They're soldiers. They could never, and they don't have a fucking chance. It's not even fair. And they have to live through this game where it's like everyone gets some kind of game, right? But it's kind of like their game glitches, and after the first level it resets and you have to start all over for the rest of your fucking life. There's no step 2, and that's real. That's there. They're always having to repeat the same shit because every time they get a little something, it's taken away from them. But they have to keep getting that little something or they'll die. They'll have to survive. So as soon as they get a little bit more than they need to survive, it's taken from them. And that's fucking real, man. It's fucking breaks my heart. So, and I know there's people like that who invest in ICOs I get into. So I'm going to be fucking damned if I'm going to have that on my watch. If I was the cause of them to lose money, I wouldn't even make videos no more. It wouldn't be worth it. So I just wanted to touch on that. So basically, I'm only going to be filming. I'll talk about my small swings after the fact, after I take them, so you can look for them on exchanges to get good deals and all that. And I don't know. Going forward, I'm gonna, but basically, big swings from here on out, and I like this one coming up. I'm not saying I invested in. I haven't done my due diligence. I haven't even talked to the CEO, so I'm not saying I invested in B Hotspot, but it's decentralized Wi-Fi, and that sounds fucking dope. Like it's kind of like Golem, but for Wi-Fi, right? So that sounds dope. But yeah, this is one of the places I go. Okay, so yeah, I was saying which ones didn't I get in? I didn't get in the slogan. Okay, thank God. That's not what I thought it was. I thought it was a fucking. I don't even want to put my idea out there. I don't want to put my idea out there. I thought it was a decentralized like logo platform. Wouldn't that be fucking dope? I just thought of that. I should have kept that quiet. Somebody's gonna go do that. Hey, if someone does that, fucking holler at me and we'll team up. How about that? I got into that. I didn't get into Bitcoins. I was going to. I was thinking about going for the top spot to get the #1, but I figured due to the timing, it would probably be bad, and I'd be able to get it on exchanges for cheaper because it was literally ending during the crash, and I was like, fuck. And the crazy thing about Pillar ICO, I was buying it up on Ether Delta for cheaper than the ICO the day after a 2-day ICO. A 2-day ICO, 2 days. That's all it was. 2 or 3, it was maybe 3 days. I don't know. It was fucking short. It was very short ICO. They didn't sell out, and then there was literally people the next day or two selling it on Ether Delta for cheaper, almost half the price of the thing. And I was there scooping it all up. Was I mad? Was I like, oh, I should have waited? I mean, a little part of me was, because I was like, man, that's gonna happen to a lot of ICOs that are ending at this time. And I told that in my video. I was like, you're gonna be able to get them cheaper than on exchanges. And I just thought Pillar was maybe a little bit popular enough that wouldn't happen. But no, not even Pillar survived it. So I didn't get into Populous ICO, but I got a bunch of cheap Populous. I didn't know about it, the ICO, really. Press 1. No, I didn't, because I was about to get into this, but then when I started realizing it's not really as decentralized as we think. It's kind of like for the Chinese government. It's basically censored, kind of. Like, you can't say certain things. I didn't really like it. I don't know. I'm in Yo-Yo, which is not, it's pure uncensored. But that's taken forever, man. I invested in Yo-Yo so long ago, and like I have my coins, but man, they're not on new exchanges. It's taken forever. Like that's just like was such a that's insane with Zapple. Like I'm glad I invested in Zapple because at least I'm gonna get like the OG icon, which means I invested a certain amount and held it for this whole time. And if you do that past the time when they launch and you have the same amount that you bought, then you get like some kind of OG badge saying that you helped. And I'm a sucker for that shit. I am. That's what it's all about. Give me an OG badge and I'm gonna fucking invest into your ICO. If you hear me, OG badges are the way to go. I didn't get in this because I don't like cryptos that are tied to commodities or metals or anything at all. Like I don't want anything that's tied to anything, because I think then it's like a roof, right? Or there's a ceiling on it. It can only be as valuable as that metal is, depending on how it's set up. And yeah, that could be good if you're getting it for dirt ass cheap, but a lot of them aren't dirt ass cheap, and a lot of the ways it calculates up, it's more of just like you investing in precious metals. And I'm like, well, that's fine, but I'd rather, I've never seen gold jump 1,000% in a few days. So, I think I'll stick to my cryptos that actually can do that. No, I didn't get in Compcoin. I did not get into Tezos. Okay, so there's a lot I didn't get in. I didn't get into this. No. Okay, so we can't start naming the ones that I did get into. I mean, a lot of these I've gotten into. I got into Polyvest. I got into half price after the ICO though, so that was cool. And then I ended up selling it. I got ADX for super cheap. A lot of these, so if I didn't invest, I got it as almost as cheap as the ICO. Except PPT. PPT was so about about three times more expensive than the ICO was. I wanted to get into this. I was saddened. I'm in a lot of current ICOs, I guess, still too. Thank you for investing. I didn't invest, assholes. Who are you thinking? Yeah, I wanted this. Sounds pretty dope. But I mean, those are small swings. Like, I don't even care. It's not a big deal that I didn't get into it because it was just a small swing, and small swings are not that big of a deal. So what am I doing? There's not much to do right now. Like, I don't know. It's like we still have. This is just gonna be a couple crazy months, and I'm more of just setting semi lures. I'm starting to set my Ethereum lures because, you know, I can invest with Ethereum without any fear. Because I also have limit size withdrawals sometimes, so it takes a while sometimes to get my money off. So, you know, I can't withdraw all my money in one day. So I have to, when it comes to all the exchanges, and I'm trying to, still in the process of doing that, which has been a bitch. But yeah, just fucking Bitcoin soaring, and now I'm not mad about it because it's not like I have to buy it back. I don't care. I'm gonna be looking at Litecoin and Ethereum because maybe Litecoin's gonna take a hit if Bitcoin's popularity keeps rising. Right? People might dump Litecoin for Bitcoin. Ethereum's just been crazy. Maybe we can get another Tezos dump. Man, I was scooping it up for all of this. I scooped up so much Ethereum for cheap, and it got me into all these ICOs. It's awesome because it got me into the MyBit. It got me into the MyBit ICO, and I was able to scoop up all this. So I was able to basically get like super cheap MyBit. Was what it turned out to be. Yeah, I'll be looking to buy some sub. Oh no, I'm chilling. I'm not even in a rush now. I got fucking Tether. What's up? Like, you know, something dip, it dips. I got you. If it doesn't, then whatever. I still got Tether. And I can just do whatever I want with it. I don't know. It's not going to gain me money, but it's going to be a protection. I think something's going to dip. Something's got to dip. Things always dip. And if it doesn't, then hallelujah, because I got lots of Ethereum, I got lots of Bitcoin. So if it just keeps going to the sky, then hey, you know, it's all good. All right, so I'm going to end it here. Cheers. Peace.